まり出した白い闇切り裂く翼になれ
Alright, everybody, are you ready for your next set of kana? I hope so, because here they come. Alright, without further ado, let's get going. This first one here is ta. You're going to make that cross there on the left by making that short little horizontal line on top, and then making a cross. Try and make it slant toward the left, because we're going to fit something under that. It's ko, basically. Just makes the strokes for ko a little to the right and beneath the cross. Alright, and there's your hiragana ta. Now we move on to the katakana ta. This is the first stroke, that curve over to from the upper center to the lower left, and then you make that stroke, the one that I can't describe, and then you make a line not penetrating it, touching it. Make sure it doesn't go through, otherwise things get confusing. Trust me. And that's your katakana ta. Now, we see another glitch in the system. This isn't T, this is chi, C-H-I, in Romaji. Does it look familiar? Probably, because it's sa, the hiragana sa, backwards. You make the same strokes, just in mirror move. That horizontal thing, and now that stroke with the C on the bottom is facing the other way. Make sure you're drawing it the right way, otherwise it's going to be sa, which looks exactly like it, just reverse. This baby is chi, very different. This is the katakana chi. Also be careful when you're making this one. Make that sloping dash on the top first, a long straight horizontal line through the middle, and make that last curve going from the top one through the middle one and strobing off to the left. Make sure it goes through both of them. Then there is this guy. This is the hiragana tsu, and it's one simple stroke. Very easy. We're going to get back to it later, because this is very special. Firstly, as I said, it's not tu. This is pronounced tsu, T-S-U, in hiragana. Alright? It also has a secondary purpose. We're going to get to that at the end of the video, so keep watching. This is the katakana tsu. Look familiar? It should, because it looks a lot like the katakana shi. Pain in the neck, aren't they? Here's the catch. You have to draw this one from the upper right to the lower left. You drew shi in the opposite direction, or at least you were supposed to. The idea is that tsu looks a little straighter, whereas shi looks a little more horizontal. Okay, and then you make those two little dashes, and try and make them point more downward than with shi. Okay? Try and make that happen. It's not a lot of fun, but the katakana tsu is also special. Okay, and then there's te. The hiragana te is also one flowing stroke. Nice and fun, and pretty easy. This is the katakana te. Looks a bit like chi, doesn't it? I know I used to get these mixed up all the time, and in fact, I still do. Make the straight line, make it nice and straight. Then make the bigger one beneath it, and make that little line, but draw it from the middle one going to the left. Don't have it touch the upper one, because then it would be chi. This is te. And then there's our last sound, which is to. You make that little dash, which is, for all intents and purposes, vertical, and then you make basically a tsu under it, and then you have a to in hiragana. And this is the katakana to. Very easy. I like it a lot because it's so easy. You make that line going straight down on your left, and then you make a line going diagonal from it, sort of going down to the right, basically, but not going like all the way down. And that's your katakana to. Alright, there is your ta, chi, tsu, te, to. We have two irregularities here, chi and tsu, and tsu is extra special. But first, let's add some dakten! Yay! The sounds are about to change. And this is where things get all shot to high heaven. Da. That was harmless. Ji. Zu. De. Do. De, do, da, not problems. But it looks like we have another Ji and another Zu. Well, that's a dilemma. We already have those from the sa, shi, su, se, so, changing to sa, shi, zu, se, so. So now what? How do we differentiate? Well, here is the first helper. This ji and this zu are very rare. They occur about once or twice every blue moon, so you're not going to see them. When you see ji or zu in romaji, it's almost always the ones that we encountered before. If you're really going to differentiate between the two, you're going to make the sounds harder. The other G that we encountered before is more of a Z. This one is a D, almost like as if there was a D in front of it. The other Z was softer, it was Z. This one is Z, but it's essentially the same thing. And now there's the special Z secondary purpose. Alright? Tsu is very special. This does not apply to zu, but it does apply to both the hiragana tsu and the katakana tsu. Okay? Occasionally, in Japanese words, you will find that a consonantal sound is elongated. This is noted in romaji by repeating the consonant. This is pronounced by simply making a bit of a pause. Like, let's use something that you might know. Ganbatte. Ganbatte has a little pause in that te. It's not just te, it's ganbatte. If it was just te, it would be ganbatte. But it's not, it's ganbatte. You might notice a bit of a difference. There's a slight pause. This is indicated when you're writing it in kana by writing a small tsu before that character. So you would write a small tsu in front of the te at the end of ganbatte, which, by the way, if you don't already know, means do your best, literally. Or good luck. Alright. That will happen with the katakana tsu as well if the word is written using katakana. In all other circumstances, which are more common, you will be using the hiragana tsu. But if you're using some sort of foreign word or a sound, such as zanbato, the sound a direct hit makes in Japanese, then you would use a katakana tsu. Alright? Excellent! Now you know another set of kana. We're going to take a little break next time with a bunch of kana that do not use dakten. But after that, we're going to get to the super version. Alright? You're going to get a break tomorrow, but then we get into the hardcore stuff. Until next time, this is Angel of Crepusculence signing off.